Play the intro.
Lazy.
I'm trying to. Hold on. Seems to have gone away or something. I gotta figure out how to fix this here. All right, wait. All right. That's it right there. There we go. All right. All right, that's logo. All right, video. Why am I having issues with this video? Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm ready now. Here we go.
All right.
And good evening and welcome to another edition of the UFL Weekly Show. My name is, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the UFL Weekly Show. And yeah, what do you want to talk about? And let us talk to you today. And I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. I am Ralph Williams. And please acknowledge me. All right.
Ralph Williams.
That's right. Ralph Williams, acknowledge me. That's right. All right, guys. Welcome aboard here. My co-host, Pensman Sports, and Bryan Pettit. And Pensman, we'll start with you. How are you this evening? And let's get ready for some UFL talk. Go ahead, Pensman.
I'm hanging in there. The Mets took one from the Yankees, a 3-run shot, and then they won in the 10th inning. But had a good stream. Appreciate everybody that came out. So that's why it's a Subway Series, and it's not over until it's over. So, but
There you go.
I appreciate everybody that came out, though. But it's a heartbreak loss, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Comment section is wide open. If you have any comments you want to add tonight to the UFL Weekly, starting after the UFL season, we're going to be doing a show called Anything Goes, and we're still in the works of putting that together. Bryan Pettit from the sports, his new sports network. Go ahead, Bryan. Tell everybody about your new sports network. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's called Sports Break Media. So anybody can subscribe to the channel and also other platforms like YouTube, Facebook, X. You can actually find me on any of the platforms, and the podcast is still work in progress. So you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean. That's it. That's exactly how it is. So, all right, we're playing with a new software system here tonight. So that's probably why we were late. I want to apologize for that because usually I'm never late when it comes to these shows, and we're still working on some things here with this, getting used to doing the shows and everything else. So we're still in the process of doing a few things. So just to let everyone know that as well. In fact, here it is right here, Sports Break Media. If I can get the thing up there we go. All right. I kind of double click sometimes. All right. Are we going to put it up today, or are we going to play games? No, we're not. We're not going to put it up. We're going to play games. All right. Well, I had it there, but I don't know what happened to it. It went somewhere. So. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, well, all right. We'll mess with it another time. I'm not doing it today. There we go. All right. Okay. Let me see if I can find this banner that I made earlier, but that's not going to happen either. Yeah, just bear with us tonight. We're messing around with a system. All right, Pensman, go ahead. Give us our scores tonight, and then we'll talk about the games as they go along. Go ahead.
Well, hold on just 1 second.
I got him.
Yeah, go ahead, Bryan.
Okay, as of today, the weekend of the Week 8 games, you had Orlando Storm 31, the Dallas Renegades 24. Uh, Louisville Kings defeated the in a close one, 33 over Defenders, 33-30. The Houston Gamblers 23, Los Angeles Battlehawks 16. And then the way played a while ago, the Birmingham Stallions 14 and Columbus Aerators 3. That was a good game. You saw actually a kick that was actually blocked and they ran it in from there. So I saw that one just a minute ago. So that was a good game though.
All right.
It was all right.
Okay, we got some teams here that we think could probably make the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. That's right, playoffs. Playoffs. Yeah, exactly. There you are. Playoffs. All right, let's take a look at the standings here. We're going to find out what's going on with everybody today. Let's take a look at the schedule. We have the game tonight. I know there's one tonight. It's let's see, Friday's final. We already got those. The Louisville Kings lost, and then the Battlehawks. I was actually quite surprised they lost. Houston stinks, but looks that way. And then the Columbus Aviators, they lost today, and I'm not sure if there's a game tonight. Usually there is tonight. No, there wasn't one tonight. Oh wow, I'm surprised.
It was today, this afternoon, the Birmingham Stallions versus the Columbus Aerators.
Oh, so okay. No, the Aviators. Yeah, they played DC Defenders. I'm sorry, that was way. Hold on. I got the wrong schedule. Hold on. All right, week 8. Here we go. I got it. Week 8. Yeah, Columbus and Birmingham. Birmingham, defending champions, 114-3. So we're going to check the standings here, find out what's going on in the UFL with the standings. And I got to tell you, it's pretty tight. Orlando's up 6 wins to 2 losses. The St. Louis Battlehawks is behind them 5-3. DC Defenders 5-3. I'm surprised at Birmingham. Well, they have a new coach anyway. I think it's Chris Redman is their coach. 4-4. Louisville Kings 4-4. Dallas 3-6. Houston 3-6. And Columbus, coached by Todd Haley, former Steeler offensive coordinator, Kansas City Chief coach, and Arizona Cardinal offensive coordinator as well. And he's worked in several different organizations over the years. And he was supposed to be the head coach. I think he took over for another team earlier, one time years ago. But I know Columbus, he took over as head coach. The coach stepped down, and so they got fired or one or the other there. I believe he stepped away he got arrested. That was the one that got arrested for the DUI. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, your thoughts on the standings. Who makes it, who doesn't? I think it's going to be the Orlando Storm, the Birmingham, or the St. Louis Battlehawks, DC Defenders, the defending champions, and Birmingham Stallions and Louisville Kings have an opportunity. One has to win, one has to lose, and I think one of them could get in because they usually take the first 4 teams. So who gets in the playoffs, guys? What do you think? You think it's going to be – I think it's going to be the Dallas Renegades, Rick Neuheisel, and what the Louisville Kings have been pretty hot lately. And but Houston and Columbus, they stand no chance. We'll start with you, Pensman. Go ahead.
Orlando Storm already punched their ticket, so we just need 3 more. But Dallas Renegades fell. I mean, I'm surprised. If in the beginning of when we first started this, Dallas was running away with the games, and I guess everybody caught up what they were doing. But I was surprised. But I think it's going to be St. Louis and DC, and then Birmingham. I think those are the only teams that are going to be in besides the Storm. The Storm already clinched their playoffs.
Okay, so they clinched the playoff spot, and I know St. Louis Battlehawks probably have too. They're always in the playoffs every year, and then
nobody's punched their ticket except for Orlando.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where they go with this, but I see the DC Defenders, Dallas Renegades. I see the St. Louis Battlehawks, and then Orlando. So that's your 4 teams, I think.
Yeah.
Right,
well,
4 teams. Go ahead,
there's 4 teams that actually could go right now in the UFL championship right now, and I'm going to go the Storm, Defenders, the Battlehawks, and the Birmingham Stallions. I believe those four could actually make it.
Yeah, I don't.
If they
I
get
don't.
in. But I think the hottest team right now is you got to look at three teams here: Orlando Storm, Louisville Kings, and the Birmingham Stallions. That's what I think.
Yeah,
So
they're starting to creep up. Louisville Kings have been hot. They won a few of their games.
Yeah,
The
I don't know what.
Battlehawks
Yeah, I don't know what
laid
happened
an
with.
egg. They
Yeah, I
laid
don't know
an
what
egg.
happened with Dallas. Dallas fell apart.
Oh yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. Rick Neuheisel is their coach, and you know what? I'm going to tell you a little interesting story. He was up for the Pitt job, and I wanted him to work there. And the late Stan Savran said to me, Ralph, it's Rick Oldheisel. I don't want him here. That's what he said. He called him Rick Oldheisel. So, coached UCLA, coached Washington, Colorado. He was Cordell Stewart's quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator. He's been around. Ravens. He was with some NFL teams. Got kicked out of college for a little while for gambling, and so this was before NIL and all this other stuff. You now gamble. You can do it. NCAA. You can do anything you want. You can go to the chancellor's office and dump on his desk, and you wouldn't get fired, suspended, or anything like that. That kind of thing. So the NCAA is totally out of control and uncoordinated. I'm going to talk about them tonight, but. All right, guys, we already broke our playoff things down. Who wins this? Who do you think wins this thing? You think DC has another chance, or you think it's going to be the Battlehawks this year? I'm taking the Battlehawks in this. Go ahead.
I have the Storm. I have the Storm.
Yeah, the Storm. Yeah, the Storm.
Yeah, Anthony Beckett. He's been around. He was the former coach of the Dallas Renegades when it was the Arlington Renegades.
Yeah.
And he's been around. He's been in the league a while. And in fact, he's the senior coach because Michigan got rid of their team, and Mike Nolan was their coach. Former Bryan, you should know who Mike Nolan is. He was the head coach at one time with San Francisco 49ers. Mike Nolan.
He was.
Yeah, good defensive mind too. So
Hey Ralph, I got a quick question here. This has popped up. Orlando Storm are becoming the new UFL expansion team. Orlando has exploded in population. So think about that. Audience has risen. Television numbers have been strong. And Coach Anthony, Beckett? Is that his name?
Yeah, former football player. Yeah.
Has completed changed the expectations for the first year franchise. So that's just something that's actually new to Orlando Storm,
Oh yeah.
So he's done a wonderful job doing the Storm. And I believe, like Pensman said, I think the Storm could take this, a rising franchise for this. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I believe I agree with you 100%. But I'm taking the Battlehawks here. I think the Battlehawks are going to creep in there and maybe pull this off. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Pensman, go ahead. Who do you think is going to take it?
I think the Storm's going to take it. Everybody keeping shelter because the Storm's they're coming. They're taking everything. They're wiping out everybody.
Yeah, Anthony Beckett got that team moving along, so we'll see what goes on. What do you think? They're talking about expansion next year.
Of course, everybody's expanding.
Well,
everything's
UFL every year they want to try to expand, and I got some rumors.
I heard we're expanding.
Yeah, we are. We're expanding. Yeah. We're expanding into nothing. That's what we're expanding into. So
yeah.
So just to let everyone know. All right. There was a rumor that there was going to be a team in Canton, Ohio, and they were going to play at the Hall of Fame stadium, but that's not happening. Here we go. Oklahoma City. Do you think a team would last in Oklahoma City? Bryan, go ahead.
I don't know because they got the Oklahoma. They got Oklahoma Sooners down there. I don't know if they could.
The NBA team there too.
I don't know, but you put them in kind of that lower. I just don't know. That's just one of those spots that you kind of iffy. How's the crowd going to react? Because some of these numbers that I saw today from just watching the game, the numbers from the stadium wise, I mean, I was watching the Birmingham Stallions and the Columbus Air Raiders, and the numbers were really small. Like they probably only had a couple, but can they draw it in? Yeah. And I
Yeah.
know the UFL is not big as the NFL, but if you're going to support a team like that for the UFL, got to come out and support them, because we all like football. So, it's a different kind of a way of football just doing, you know?
Okay, here. UFL's not expanding next year, but 2028, they're going to go to 10 teams. They already have 8. They have Oklahoma City as one of them. So if they go into 10 teams, there's going to be one more team. So let me see what they're looking at here. And well, they've done Pittsburgh twice. But you know what though? They did the Maulers wrong. What they did was they had us playing in Canton, Ohio. Yeah, I mean, I get the format and all. And then the one year they had everybody playing in Birmingham, and they still couldn't draw. And Birmingham is one of them cities that you would think would draw because they have nothing else to do down there when there's no Alabama football going on. Okay, or the University of Alabama Birmingham, who barely even has a football team. I think Trent Dilfer got fired this year. So I mean, so you would think they would show up there, but obviously that's not happening. So
I want to see a team in New York. See what happens.
Well, I heard there's a possibility there could be a team in Harrisburg. I'm hearing that story now. Yeah.
Harrisburg.
Yeah, Harrisburg too. So, but so far, Oklahoma City for 2028. That's the actual city, and then they're talking about possibly. I've heard Harrisburg. I've heard Canton, Ohio. It's going to be Canton Akron team or something, and I've heard a few other cities too. Utah. I'm hearing Utah, Salt Lake, maybe. So UFL could be expanding big time.
The Harrisburg Farmers.
Well, there you go. Hey, no, the Harrisburg Capitals. The Harrisburg Capitals, because they're the capital city.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good name for them. They had an indoor arena football team. It was called the Harrisburg Hammerheads.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I remember when they had. Hey, you know what? Hershey might even field the team. You never know. It all depends on what the UFL decides to do. So. We'll see what happens. All right, guys.
They could play at the stadium. The stadium's big enough for UFL.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. We got a few announcements here. Don't forget tomorrow, 3 to 4 p.m. 2 to 3 p.m. Monday on 620 KHB. I have my show called the. Oh wait, let's see if we have any more comments. There's someone creeped up in here. I don't see anything. Hold on. Oh, wait, somebody said something about the Cleveland Cavaliers or something, I think.
That's just a sports bot. That's just my sports bot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They just tipped off. You ain't got to worry about sports bot.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, here we are. 620 WKHB is the place.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, if I can find it here. Again, I'm new at working with this software here. Worked with it a few different times. Let's see what we got here. Add. No, I didn't want to do that. All right. Well, I'll find it here. If I don't, I'll just say what I have to say here. And that is tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m., 620 KHB for the Ralph Williams Show. My guest will be Cletus Lee, Mayor of North Braddock. Don't forget to tune into that. And then on Wednesday, Ralph Williams Wednesday, we have the Ralph Williams Show, 3 to 4 p.m. on 860 a.m. WWDB. And then we also have in Philadelphia, the City of Brotherly Love. They've given me some great brotherly love over the years. And so there we are with that. And then we also have 7:30. Don't forget the Ralph's Opinion Show as well. So don't forget that as well. So the Ralph's Opinion Show. All right, and that's at 7:30 on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network as well. So just to let everyone know that. And here we go. Here's Ralph's Opinion. No, that's not what I wanted. Nope. Oh, man. Come on. Seriously? There we go. All right, and that's 7:30 Wednesday night, Ralph's Opinion Show. Lots to talk about the Iran war. I got some news for you, some more news about Spirit Airlines. Wednesday night, 7:30, you'll find out what that's all about. And then don't forget over the weekend of Ralph Williams as well, and we'll talk more about that coming up this week. But that's so far for Monday and Wednesday. And also don't forget, I'll be Ralph Reports will be out, and we'll all be putting shorts out. All right, let's close this up here. Pensman, go ahead. What's your final thoughts here? And tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
You can find me on YouTube. I am 6 subscribers away. I thought the baseball game would put me over the top, but it didn't. But I do appreciate everybody that came out. I told you guys I'll do it live, but I had some free time over the weekend, so here's the Yankees and Mets, even though the Mets won. I might do my night videos since everybody likes my night videos, so I might do one later. Don't know yet, but you can find me on YouTube, Pensman Sports. You can find me on Twitch, Pensman Sports 07, and you can email me at pensmansports@gmail.com. So I want to hear from you. Don't be bashful.
That's right. Subscribe to all of our YouTube channels, and also don't forget to follow us on
Ralph
Twitter.
Ralph gets emails and he gets yelled at and people trash him. Go ahead and trash me. I don't care. Take all the comments I can take.
Either. I just appreciate the fact that you're tuning in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, go ahead. You can say whatever you want. I've been called a loser. I've been called a sellout and all this other stuff. So that's fine. I don't care. You know,
don't forget you're a traitor.
I'm a traitor. Yeah, I'm a traitor. Story. So I traded
you left Pittsburgh and you left them behind.
Yeah, that's right. So did what I had to do for my family, not anyone else's family. I'm tired of helping people and not getting nothing out.
We know that.
Oh yeah, Bryan, go ahead. Bryan Pettit.
You can find me on multiple platforms, like I said a while ago, under Sports Break Media, all kinds of platforms. You can actually find me on all different platforms. Just time in. And also my email address is sportsbreakmedia1@gmail.com. Please email me and tell me how the shows go and everything.
All right. I can be reached on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, also in the Kick Network. I'm also on Getter. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm also on the Rumble, and I'm also on LinkedIn and Tumblr and all kinds of different social media platforms. So don't forget to tune in, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I did get a message today from somebody who said they are no longer going to listen to my or watch my programs, and I said that's fine. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. So. But anyway, and I'm also on 620 AM WKHB Radio Monday, the Ralph Williams Show 2 to 3 p.m. and Friday 3 o'clock p.m. the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, and then also the weekend I'm on AM 1250 The Answer. I'm on 93.5 The Beach. We start the morning off Saturday morning at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with the Ralph Williams Show down in Delmarva area. Lots to talk about this week, including Ocean City picking on a church that's trying to help the homeless. Why would you pick on God's house that's trying to help somebody? Well, I'm gonna tell you that story coming up this Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'm working on getting somebody involved in that on the show. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. Also, 8 o'clock to 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. the Ralph Williams Show on AM 1250, The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial up in Pittsburgh, and then from 2 to 3 p.m. on Saturday, the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree, and then Sunday morning, 10 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on 1250 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. And it's myself and Tony Moreno, and we're supercharged. I got a bunch of emails from our show today, so I just want to let everyone know that as well. So we're up and moving away, or moving around. So
and then 10 o'clock on Saturday, it's us.
It's us. That's right. 10 o'clock a.m. the Saturday Sports Show. The Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Bryan Pettit, and Leo Haggerty. Last Saturday, I want to thank Rod Peterson for coming on and talking with us about the NHL playoffs. It was great to have Rod on. I haven't seen Rod or heard of anything from him in a while, so it was great to have him on. And then, oh man, that's a shame. Too bad people don't like me. There you go. That's what I think of people who don't like me. So, but that's fine. I want to thank Rod Peterson for coming on. There you go. All right. I'm Ralph Williamson for Pensman Sports and Bryan Pettit. Until next Sunday, 8:00 for the UFL Weekly, where playoffs are coming. We're going to find out what's going on there. The United Bowl's coming up as well. We're going to start wrapping up the UFL season coming up in a few weeks, and then we're getting into a show called Anything Goes. So stay tuned here to all three of our networks for more information and details in regards to that.
Get your chicken wings. Get your chicken wings ready.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Until next week, have yourself a great one, and please, by all means, please be safe. Thank you.